an open heart. This means you have moved beyond the barriers and the boundaries of the mind that operates from the memory prison of the past. Now that you have withdrawn from the mind, you have dropped into the presence that manifests through your body. Experience that part of you, the divine self that you are, which is unconditionally open to what is present here and now. Now that you have withdrawn from the mind that arise from the pre-programmed, distorted memories, bias, and prejudiced perceptions of the past, you have dropped into the present, which is completely free from all the miseries and misperceptions of the past. And you have come fully and totally present in the present moment. As you move closer to the presence within, you are moving into Yoga Nidra state, the guided Yoga Nidra, where your body is progressively getting relaxed. That means you're progressively moving towards deeper and subtler levels of integration. You are feeling whole and complete. Where nothing needs to be improved, changed, or controlled. It's already here and now. I will guide you through a small quantum breath meditation. Profound step that transforms you from living in the past to manifesting the divine presence that you are. Inhale through the nose and exhale as if you are exhaling through a straw through your lips. Let the exhalations be relaxed, prolonged, unbroken, soft. Inhale through nose, exhalation through straw. Let the end of exhalation be so soft that when you stop in complete stillness. And then inhale as soon as you are ready. Again, repeat this few times. Let your breath through straw be long, unbroken, steady flow. And at the end of exhalation, hold the breath momentarily while you focus your attention on the third eye. Then inhale as soon as you like. Each exhalation, allow yourself to drop deeper and subtler levels of silent awareness, tranquility, stillness, and a deep sense of contentment where you get connected to the bliss being that you are. Each time you drop there, the bliss hormones, the happy hormones of serotonin, melatonin begin to ooze and fill your whole body and your being into ecstasy, complete sense of oneness. Now breathe normally. And drop even deeper into unified state of being presence that I am within. You have completely dropped into the I am experience of I am yoga, I am yoga nidra. You have become I am that I am. bring your attention to the pulsating, throbbing experience of energy in your brain. And feel those pulsations flowing down from your brain into your body like the rivers of energy through energy meridians throughout your body. Now bring your attention to your palms. Complete attention to your palms. You will notice your palms feel heavy with the throbbing, pulsating energy field. Now you have made complete transition from thinking to feeling being. Focus your palms so fully that you feel the pulse, the heartbeat in your palms. Now feel that you have dropped into the rhythm of the whole cosmic body of creation and the creator that I am at the same time. Now recognize this is the experience of I am Yoga Nidra. You have come back to the self that I am within. Experience the stillness of the mind, relaxation of the body, calmness of breath, where your thinking, feeling, and being is pulsating in harmony with the whole. Now you may slowly open your eyes. I am Yoga Nidra practice is very unique and very different from how it is perceived popularly. It is designed for you to return back to the oneness presence that you are within. It is not just a relaxation technique. It is integration that brings all parts of your body, mind, heart, and soul into harmonious, co-creative experience of oneness. We call yoga, we call yoga nidra, we call yoga therapy. This is why all the practices that I teach, community teaches, and all our teachers teach is all about how to return to the I am presence that I am. So Christ one time said most amazing thing about that in a way that is so beautiful. He said, unless you be like children again, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. This is the most important statement. What is so about children that if you go back to it, you can realistically step out of the hell that you live in and enter the heaven and the consciousness in which the children live. So this yoga is about how to re-enter the innocence and the purity of a childlike way of living in this world. So this is when the child is born, in the infancy, the child lives in direct connection with the divine within. It doesn't know any other way, because to know other way means to have the mind to see yourself, see the world. So in the early years, the child is born to live in the deeply meditative state without having to learn meditation, because child is born in subconscious state. So subconscious state is where we go in deep sleep. Children are already living in there. So how do the children live there, and what is deep sleep that we call yoga nidra, yoga of sleep? So that in deep sleep, first of all, during the waking hours, you are living in a beta brain waves. Your mind is extremely busy. You are living in interpersonal conflicts, frustrations, and when you go to sleep, suddenly you begin to create a shift from beta brainwaves to alpha brainwaves. You are more calm, you are relaxed. And then as you deeper in the subtler and deeper levels of relaxation, you become progressively more integrated, and you move from physical body, annamaya kosha, to subtle body called pranamaya kosha, and then deeper into the vijnanamaya kosha, and then ultimately in the bliss body called anandamaya kosha. So in deep sleep, you are going toward the bliss of experiencing the union with your true self. That's what the Yoga Nidra is about. It's about how to return to this experience of oneness presence within through the medium of guided Yoga Nidra. And it is not only to go there for relaxation, but its purpose is to connect with the source that I am, so that in your daily life, you can learn how to reconnect to that source not just in Yoga Nidra, where you learn how to, but you practice in life, in every interaction, no matter where you go, what to do, or who you are with. This is more significant than just doing Yoga Nidra. So this is what happens. So that is why I say to people when they come for attending Yoga Nidra training program, I tell them that you could have bought CD for 12 bucks. Why did you take so much time to come and get the training? Because Yoga Nidra is not just practicing guided meditation. It is learning how to live in meditative state in your everyday life interactions with your loved ones, in your love life, in your family life, in your work life, in your social life. That is what makes this Yoga Nidra so unique, because it transforms your whole life, not just relaxation, so you can function better next moment, even though that is part of it, but it's not all of it. So this is how to return to the innocence of oneness, as a childlike state of innocence in oneness. So that is what happens. So what happens in yoga, in the sleep, is you are going to alpha, theta, delta brainwaves almost automatically. You don't know how to do that, but it happens. Why? Because sleep is given to us as an antidote to how we live outside in abusive, sometimes abusive use of energy, how to re-engage in that sleep so that same energy is now reconstructing, rebalancing, healing your body. That was the damage that was done during the daytime, but that is in sleep. But Yoga Nidra, on the contrary, is different, because in sleep you drop below the ego mind. In Yoga Nidra, you learn how to go beyond the ego mind from the waking state. That is the uniqueness about Yoga Nidra. So you are going to go beyond what you have to learn. Actually, same thing that happens in sleep naturally. Now you have to learn consciously how to go from alpha brainwaves to theta brainwaves, and then even further alpha, theta, etc. You go into it. So this Yoga Nidra guided practice and its philosophy and its training is about how to help you to return to the source of oneness, presence, which is God within you. How to do that? Well, that I discovered myself when I had an experience of awakening in 1970. And at that time, I was practicing yoga with my wife, Urmila, and two other students from my yoga classes. I used to just simply teach how to and say what yoga we'll practice, and we will all practice that yoga. Suddenly, in the midst of that practice, something happened to me that my mind took the back seat and some other force took over and was acting as an urge from my body to move in a particular way, different positions. That I did not know what that was at the time, but I discovered that I had made a shift from the doer ego mind to non-doing power of presence, the meditative presence that had taken over. And all these discoveries happened after my awakening, out of which I developed the whole practice of I am yoga, Yoga Nidra, so other people can go into the same ecstasy experience of connecting to the source that I am without having to be receiving the grace from the Guru like I did for it to enter, for myself to enter that dimension. So this is what Yoga Nidra is, that, and all the affirmations, prayers, and visions that are incorporated in the practice of Yoga Nidra are all about how to reconnect with the energy that connects you to the source of oneness. So it is then again, you have to use the meditative awareness to go from thinking level and doing level to the energetic level where you are inviting the non-doing power of presence to do the inner work of self-healing and self-balancing. I discovered that I had read about that before my awakening. I had read that in Bhagavad Gita, Yoga of Bhagavad Gita. I read it in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. I had read from many different sources, God is within you, but I didn't know what that meant. When I saw the presence of God manifest in me and working independent of my mind and working from beyond the subconscious level into superconscious state, I was amazed by what God was doing through my energy in my body was so miraculous. But then I read that that is what is called prana kriyas in yoga. I got the whole secret of prana kriyas. So when you practice Yoga Nidra, you are practicing how to step out of the mind that is controlling the body, to allow the wisdom of the body to manage itself, its own self-healing, self-balancing, transformative functions automatically without you having to know how to do it. This is a miracle. That is what you can do with the practice of Yoga Nidra, where you stop doing anything and shift the charge from your mind that is in control of your body to let your energy control, consciousness and energy, manage everything that creates profound transformation, and it allows you to enter into cathartic process. So it allows you to withdraw from all the energetic blocks, which has the memory built into it of old traumas and fears and hurts and abuses that you ever had, that you reactively built into the form of energetic blocks in your body and memory blocks in your brain. So this is what this whole yoga is about, removing who I am not so that who I am is revealed. So it is called self-discovery process. So Yoga Nidra is a self-discovery process. So you are discovering who you really are by removing who you are not all along the way. So this is a very profound process. And I think people who go through it, through the training, their lives are completely transformed. The way they relate to their parents, children, husband, wife, society, everything goes through change, because when you change, the whole world changes with you. So the whole focus of Yoga Nidra is how to change yourself. You don't have to change the world. So most people, when they work on their ego base, they have so many problems that has come from their parents, their husband, their ex, their children. They all come from outside. But in Yoga Nidra, you know that it comes from within you. When you change, when you remove from within yourself, everything that came out from outside instantly disappears. This is the very unique way of healing from the self-destructive memories and compulsive behavior patterns that are shaped by reactively perceived memories of love life, family life, work life, and social life. So I want to talk about this further, and I want to see what the questions are. And there are some questions that parents have, those who are attending children's program, and I want to see some of these questions that they sent it to me. So, first one says Yoga Nidra has had a profound impact on adults. Why does this method of meditation reach the inner child so easily? Well, because Yoga Nidra teaches how to enter the inner child of purity and innocence through the practice of Yoga Nidra, which is so powerful that no matter who practices, adults or young, but particularly adults, because they have moved so far away from the source of loving presence within. So as they move inward, they connect to the child within them, and then they can also see how to help their children to maintain their innocence, and how these children are completely, as they begin to grow old, they move. So the infants, they live like they sleep more than they are awake. And they are in a delta state. They do not know what this world is, who my mother is, am I in the hospital, oh my God, did I have a traumatic delivery? Nothing. They know nothing about it because they are not perceiving this world through the medium of the mind. And so they are in the complete subconscious state of innocence and purity. So as the children grow, they begin to come out of more sleep. Then their sleep is more than waking hours. That gradually their waking hour grows more than sleeping hours. So most children up to their age 5, 6, 7, they live in the alpha and theta brain waves, where they are so receptive to what they see outside that they instantly receive it, understand it, adapt it as their way of seeing, thinking, and interacting. So the childhood is where all the learning about what we practice as adults. So that is why psychology has said that almost all the learning and your whole personality, the fundamentals, are developed in first 7 years. So I would say that the children, if we can teach them how to stay more connected to their natural state of being, in the innocence that comes directly from the wisdom of the body rather than mind. So now, today, the parents, they teach children how to be in the mind as early as possible because they want to be successful in the world. This is such a strangest thing, but they don't know. The mind is connecting to their pre-programmed conditioned past. And all the conditioning is received through the surrounding, from the parents, from society, from the culture. So almost in the West, the people are taught how to work from the mind, how to be efficient in creating what you create in the outer world through the medium of the mind in the dimension of time. That means it is the cultivation of ego mind that lives in separation from the source of presence within. So the more you cultivate those qualities of the ego mind, which means in the West, everything is taught about improving your behavior, improving your efficiency, becoming more effective in getting what you want, traveling in a shorter time. But it does not consider that what kind of stress am I creating in my process of getting what I want. And it devalues the stress and values the achievement. So this is the basic problem, how to practice Yoga Nidra so you break down the barriers and the boundaries that are built in the body in the form of stress and in the memories in the form of past memories of the past. And that is what Yoga Nidra is, and it performs miracles. Everything that you want to change is not improvement in this case, it is transformation from operating through the medium of the mind to living consciously in response to who or what is present rather than in reaction to who or what is present. And when you are in reaction to what is present, your reaction to the presence within means God within. Why? Because God has manifested in the body and through the body. And therefore, when you are in conflict with your body, the creation of the Creator, you are in conflict with the Creator that God is, that manifesting through the body. That is why, like Christ said, the body is the temple of God. So this is what we are talking about. It is not just Yoga Nidra for relaxation, but it is transforming your whole life. These are the teachings of I Am Yoga, Yoga Nidra.
So Gurudev, if we can start introducing the Yoga Nidra techniques to kids early, when they're already in deep connection with their true nature and source, it will help them through their lives, is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it is not just Yoga Nidra training to the kids. They are already in Yoga Nidra. So if you prevent them from stepping out of the Yoga Nidra, that is better than even living in Yoga Nidra or practicing Yoga Nidra. That is the problem, because parents live so much in their mind, so much in their business and success outside, so much of how they are perceived by the outer world rather than how they are feeling in their inner world. They are just going completely in the outer world, and their attention is outward. So children, if the parents have to practice this in order to teach them, because you cannot teach them one way and then demonstrate another way by your lifestyle. So that is why the children say, Mom, your actions speak so loud, I can't hear what you say in Yoga Nidra.
Yes, I'm telling the students that, the kids are watching us. So we have a big responsibility on how we behave because they are paying attention.
Right. So they are not just watching us. That is the state in which they live naturally. Means they are so much into energy. So let us say their energy is watching everything. And they're feeling energy from their parents. So then if their parents are paranoid, paired and annoyed about the reality, from the reality, this is what children say, this is how I should behave when I have the problem, when I have a problem, when my mother has a problem with her husband, that's what I would do when I grow up. That's the way to work. So they learn from what you demonstrate in your life. So actually, this Yoga Nidra has to be practiced by parents and understand how it works, how to live more and more from the heart in the present moment rather than from the head for changing other, controlling other, achieving outside. behaving, all that is controlled, managed by the ego mind rather than the heart.
Thank you. So the next question, Gurudev, was since young children at younger and younger ages now, and especially now during this time, they're being exposed to so much technology, so many screens and all the videos, and they're doing, everything so much technically.
Right.
So the question is, does this affect their third eye? And, can Yoga Nidra help
Right.
all this digital?
This is why I have seen some of the parents who have come for training, and some of them who are very conscious, they actually do not expose their children to the phone and television and technologies. And they know what it does to their mind. So I would say that it is very important for children to prevent the children from going into the phone and television and other technical media that takes them away from the body and the feeling center and the intuitive mind into the thinking, reacting, rational mind. Do you understand? So I think the parents the child doesn't know that you are preventing me from watching television if you don't expose that to them. So that is why when parents come to me, I suggest them that start giving them the food there is no sugar as much as there is no excessive salt. There is pure diet. And then if you just feed them just the breast milk, they will not say, Mom, I think I would like the bottled milk because it tastes so much better. They won't say because they don't know. So when they don't know, keep them in that mode as long as you can, so that they would grow up in a more connection with the source and the wisdom of the body, rather than connection to the pre-programmed, pre-learned information from television and connecting with the other kids and learning something that is more socially attractive than spiritually attractive.
Thank you. So the last question that we have for you today is how you incorporated Yoga Nidra or yogic teachings to your kids when you were raising them.
Yes, because my lifestyle from the early 60s to 70s, when all my children were growing up, I was just so completely absorbed in practicing, teaching, studying, writing on yoga, that my life was all yoga. So I wasn't teaching them anything. I was demonstrating them how to live a life. So my kids have raised up watching my behavior. But of course, each one developed different personalities depending upon what part of me they absorbed and what part they missed. That still is part of it. But it is not just Yoga Nidra, it is their own receptivity based upon what karmic memories they bring from their own past, and what part they are able to accept from me. And therefore, even though I have 3 children, but they are all different personalities, even though me and Mataji were the same parents that lived in harmony and raised them in harmony, but each one developed their own personality in spite of us living in a particular harmonious interaction. But this is the way it is always there. It is not my doing so that they raised up with Yoga Nidra now. It happens from both the giver and the receiver.
Thank you so much, Gurudev. So if you would, what I thought would be really beautiful is if we could just have some sort of chanting to send us back out into wherever everybody's going from here. And
Okay.
thank you so much again, Gurudev, for speaking to us today.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to be with you and your students and everybody else.
And everybody else.
So I'm so glad to be with every one of you because I want to bring this message not as an information, but provide you so that you turn it, empower yourself to bring it into your life that will transform your life. Thank you. It was nice to be with you. Jai Bhagwan to everyone.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai.